All right, so here we have our guest today is the most dominant defensive end in his era, an 8-time Pro Bowler, and he is the all-time sack leader for the New Orleans Saints.
Hated him.
Please welcome the NFL legend and fan favorite, Cam Jordan.
Sit on down, bro. Sit on down. Sit on down.
I don't want to sit down no more. Y'all was all used to.
Oh, you want to stand up? That's how we do anyway.
I was like,
come on.
I be stepping too.
Bring around the roses. You feel me? You know how we do.
So where you want me to sit? Look, I
got some beef with this guy.
I don't have beef.
I'm too scared to break it up. So whatever beef y'all got, y'all gotta figure it out.
Hold on. I'm over here scrolling down my phone, and you know what I mean? Everybody either going through TikTok. Either going through Instagram. Matter of fact, follow my Snapchat. I'm still new to Snapchat. You dig
follow on
Snapchat. Follow that. You dig what I'm saying? And I done seen a guy. He talking about, who's your favorite person to sack?
Oh my goodness. Hold on now. Extra stage right. Come on.
And he said me. I said, little bitty me?
That's how he look.
Little bitty me? Cam Newton.
Hey, my bad. Look,
that's how he is, huh?
You gotta tuck it, bro.
You gotta tuck.
Look, we can't be in a game and you got him frustrated. My man be sitting there just like this.
That's how you want him, huh?
Hey, you see that as a defensive player? You in a good place. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he either hitting the block or he not getting what he want out of there.
You call that frustrated. Frustrated. But when the meme of Tom Brady
breaking
locked in like this, he locked in.
Oh, you didn't see my beam. He had a surface with him, and that boy slammed that thing. Next time we saw him, he broke that thing. I said, yeah, he frustrated. I like that for us.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, so
we're having a whole time right now.
And you're not telling the whole story.
Oh my gosh. Story time.
Pre-game, you know, Cam Newton, Superman, Prime, killing people, running around, doing everything he can. Before the game, y'all don't peep what we peep.
Tell me all about it, I forgot.
This wonderful, rude, disrespectful man right here, before the game, Saints is over here, that powder blue team is over here, and then so
Carolina
instead of being with his teammates, Cam goes over here where the Saints are.
Yeah.
Pulls out bands, he's warming up.
This is an everyday warm-up. Every game he warm up like that.
We're warming up ourselves. We looking at him like, now if I slap this man, it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong.
You ain't gonna get far.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it's gonna be some furniture moving up here.
No doubt, it's gonna be a rumble. And I'm like, we gotta get to a game. I was like, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to psych us out.
No.
If I'm like, get your ass out of here, then I'm gonna be sitting inside because the ref is gonna protect the quarterback every time.
But it's a different league now.
It is a different league.
Different league. I'm glad that I was a part of the forefathers that got hit. That got hit and got hit some more. And then went home sore, but didn't get a flag. So it's tough.
Yeah.
Now, as we have a lot of fans here, can you tell us about your normal routine? And talk about the Cam Jordan in the offseason versus Cam Jordan through the actual season.
Cam Jordan in the offseason is a happy, fat person. I just want to snack a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I want to do is be like, oh, I'm traveling, and where's the best food? Where can I get a pierogi or, you know what I'm saying, your favorite Cuban sandwich out here or your favorite slice? Well, I just want to be fat and happy. At the end of the day, like, you know, if you see my face and it's round, I'm happy. And in the season, you know what I'm saying, when you can see the cheekbones and you can see the rib cage. And I'm working. And I'm happy that I'm hurting somebody, but I'm not happy internally. Like, I'm like, damn, I'm tired of cauliflower and salmon.
Thanks.
I don't want to run after the sprints that we've already ran as a team. But that's just it. To be where you want to be a dog, to be a warrior, you have to push yourself into such a mental zone. Like, I look forward to these dog days coming up in July when New Yorkers don't even know what hot is. Y'all be like, man, it's a hot day today. It's 85. I'm in Arizona when it's 115. 112.
Yeah.
I'm in New Orleans when it's 98, 102, and it's 100% humidity. Like, I look forward to that. That's when I put the sweats on. That's when I go bike ride 5, 10, 15, 20 miles. That's after the bike ride, I go run another 2 miles. Then I break into sprints, and then I go for the D-line conditioning. Because I want to be at my most tired when I'm starting to focus on my technique.
Yeah.
So when it becomes that third, fourth quarter, and you see that fat offensive lineman.
Hold on.
When you see that slovenly offensive line in front of you, and it's the third quarter, and he got the jelly rolls touching his thighs, and he's over here, and he do this move.
That's time.
Oh, it's time.
I got him.
Hey,
It's time to cut up.
Hey, thank you. I love
I've
it.
always wanted to ask you.
I turned into Michael Beasley in that mug. I love it. I'm gonna make you dance.
Make you dance, man.
What does this mean?
Boy, man, you inspired me for that one, honestly.
Oh, my God. I should have separated the two chairs.
Hey, honestly, my rookie year, I only had 1 sack. I had like 3 taken back by penalties. I had like another 2 that it was like intentional grounding. So it could have been a great rookie year. Boy, it was looking real like a bust. I had 1 sack at the end of the year, run stopper extraordinaire, and I was just searching for the next sack. And so, in fact, you were my first sack. You know that.
Wow.
Game 16, back when it was just 16 season.
Hey, what is security at?
Hey, no, let's be real. The 16 season, like I'm hungry, I'm fiending, bro. I went to hit you in the Saints dome, Mercedes-Benz dome at the time before Atlanta took our copyrights. I hit you, bro, dead in the chest, and I was like, I gave everything. Now I beat whatever your weak ass tackle was there. I hit you dead in your chest. I'm talking about I gave everything, big hum. I was like, hell yeah, boy, you ate it. Boom. It rolled out on me, and I was like, shit. I said, okay. I said, okay. I was like, I don't know how long I'm actually gonna be in the NFL if they built like this.
If they built like that.
They built like this.
So just be mindful
Yeah.
when you or whoever think about trying to put bodily harm on an individual, and you said to start thinking like, hold on, man, he dressed funny. He talk weird. He type crazy.
Type crazy.
But understand, with every cause, it's an effect.
All right.
Peggy, what you got?
Man, so
Hey.
first, man, Kim, I have to talk to you since you're talking about the season is coming up. What is the state of the Saints right now?
Hopeful. You talk about 4 years without playoffs, so all you have is hope.
Yeah.
You know, like, so when you think about where you want to be, we know what it's like to, go to a conference championship. We know what it's like to win and have Drew Brees where we are winning 9 to 10 games easy a year. Running teams over and over again. We know that feeling, and that's what we're searching for now.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 years out and no playoffs, guess what we are? We're at the bottom looking up.
Yeah.
And at the bottom looking up, you're like, how do I claw myself back out of it? Yeah. But you see the talent that's coming in. You see us go after Tyler Shuck, who everybody's gonna say, man, you should have got. Everybody has an opinion.
And that's what, yeah.
But that's just it.
Speaking of, you should have got.
Hey.
Were you saying to yourself?
Everybody should have got
you
Shador
wanted
like
to get-
five times over. Everybody had a chance.
But what were you thinking during the draft when the New Orleans Saints had an opportunity, and it's doublefold, not only to draft Shador,
Yeah.
but also knowing that Derek Carr was in essence going to retire?
I mean, you almost say had he retired before the draft, it might have changed something, but I don't think it would have. I think Kellen Moore was high on Tyler Shuck from jump. I think he sort of had 2 guys circled, and he got one of his 2 guys. I think at the end of the day, you also saw Spencer Rattler, when our offensive line was depleted last year, come in and show something. But that's just it. Something isn't everything. And what you're looking for is a leader, someone to start. But when you got a young group like that, do you mess it up and bring in a veteran who has their way, who has their routine, who has their ideologies of how you should play a team, versus Kellen Moore, who's been a quarterback, who has an offensive scheme, Nussmeier, who came in, OC, and you can mold your now vision, and you can work around the quarterbacks that you have, or go get a veteran quarterback where you now have to acquiesce and mold to them. So I can see either way, and I can see how things play out, but that's just it. There's a lot of hope in the Saints facility. There's a lot of hope in the defensive side. When you look at the defensive side, there's guys that have been stalwarts forever, and yet we're still out here turning books. And like, hey, we got to be better on defense. We can take the ball away more. You know, we got guys who have played well and are on the cusp of possibly being Pro Bowlers. Yeah. That's what we need to see this year from guys like, All of them. Justin Reed, who just came in.
Right.
You talk about Alontae Taylor, Kool-Aid, McKinstry, who Bama boy, so he had to learn how to backpedal when he got from Bama. I'm not, Bama, SEC press.
Slow down.
They play.
Slow down.
You know it. They play duo and power
Y'all
32
even
ways.
play football in California?
No, not anymore.
Okay. So let's slow down right there.
Yeah.
But talk to me about this. As you've been in the league for so long, and I always have these kind of conversations with, my team now with producing content. We all have that favorite game travel story. When I just said that, what was the first thing you thought about as the legendary moment for you and your team playing going back to New Orleans?
Team plane.
Yeah.
Wherever.
The plane ride.
Yes.
The plane ride.
Going to London. When you got like 7 hours to go from New Orleans to London, you got 7 hours of tape, and you like walking around. That's when guys are like really get to know each other or having fun playing card games. Well, we won't say which ones, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When card games get played, you learn early on that's not what you want or that's what you really want. I'm not a dice guy, so I don't like losing money to nobody. I can lose money casino. Like, you take my money on blackjack, cool, I lost my little $500. Damn it, I'm pissed. I come back.
It ain't no little $500.
Ain't that little.
Yeah, we're going to leave it at that. So, on a plane ride, though, the guys got pride. And pride, normally for a man, is going to lead to a pocketbook, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, put 20 on it. Over some dumb shit. Like, we could be playing Rochambeau and that thing, rock, paper, scissors.
Correct.
And it's going to be like, man, you beat me thrice. Put 20 on it. You ain't going to beat me again.
Now, we would do rock, paper, scissors for the per diem, though.
That's what.
Per diem is
One
crazy.
time, too. Not even the best out of three
Best
series.
2 out of 3.
But that's just like, so you're playing cards, but that's like, you go back there and you see all your OGs back there. You see the young bucks back there. You see everybody playing cards and everybody's getting along. There's not liquor out there. There's no girls out there. It's just the team.
Just the team.
There's no distractions. You're literally knowing your teammates, playing with your teammates. That's some of the funnest shit ever. That's one of the funnest plane rides I'm ever going to have. Is being able to talk like nobody's sleeping. We're not Russell Wilson, so we're not doing the high knees and the aisles. But like we're focused on being better teammates.
Here you go.
I think that's legendary. I was like, this man is so focused that he was doing high knees and aisles.
Man, I gotta talk to you about it, right? So you're going into, obviously, experienced veteran. What's your mindset going into the season this year?
Experienced veteran is like 5-6 years.
Super experienced.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Super duper duper
OG.
experienced. OG on the team.
Oh wait, I got a question for you. Do you prefer the term OG or
I mean, y'all both some unks.
Oh, hey, OG me, bro.
Y'all some
OG
you like
me.
OG over unk?
Unk is like that. Is like brother that talks about his pastimes. Like, man,
I used
hey, remember in high school when I ran for 225.
Give me
OG got some respect.
Hey,
Give me
OG got respect in the street.
yeah,
Respect me.
I don't like OG. You know what I'm saying? OG to me is like, I just really met one of my idols, Jay-Z. Like, that's OG to me. He's not an unk. Like, an unk is a person who's older than you that may know more than you. And OG is a person who you would inspire, like they're there. That's not to say I can't be, but I just still prefer, I'm still growing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's so much about me that I want more of. And everything that I ever have done, I've done it at a high level. And it's crazy because when you talk to people and you do give insight, right? And I think about my life now, and that's the thing that I miss most. It's those plane rides. But with the help of the Kristen Myers of the world, the R.J. Mathesons of the world, the Peggies, my whole team from Double D to Shells to Drop Top to, everybody, Jimbo, we try to create that and curate that in our own distinct way.
Yeah, that's real.
And then you got guys like Brendan who's always thrusting in the New York team. It's like, bro, we don't care about the Knicks as much as you do, doggy.
Yeah.
It's real talk. There's other
Fact.
teams. I don't know if the sports world was ready if the New York Knicks would have went to the
finals. Oh my
NBA
God.
championship.
It would have been crazy.
It would have been Nutty Buddy.
It would have been annoying.
It would have been Nutty Professor.
Super
been
annoying.
annoying.
It
It
would
would've
have
been
going
fun.
crazy just to be in
The
the
boys would have
playoffs.
never let that thing go. It would have been
Never.
that. You'd be like, all right, man, congrats. Yeah, we won that thing. It's been 5 years.
Bro.
Let it go.
So the people want to know, Cam Jordan,
Yeah.
is this your farewell tour?
Farewell tour to what? More wins, hopefully.
No. Is this your last year playing in the NFL?
Huh? Only the Lord will tell me when it's time. As long as my body feels good and I
God
still
would.
love hitting people, I'm not out of this thing.
God would.
Hey. Now, at the end of the year, if the Lord says, hey, brother, go be a dad, guess where I'll be?
Yeah.
I'm not going to Euro step across.
How many more years do you think you have?
How much you got in the tank?
Three including this year. I look at Calais Campbell, and he's heading to year 18. I don't have 18, but I got 17. I can get
you got a good
Calais?
17.
It's different.
Calais, he doesn't play every down though, bro.
And I won it, but at this point, last year, neither did I. In fact, there was mighty touches where I was having real beef with a particular coach. Like, hey, bro, we need help. We don't need your help. No, you need more than my help. You need the Lord. Like, I was having real conversations with this guy. And then luckily, like sadly, our head coach leaves, but then luckily this guy leaves as a coach too.
One thing before we get out of here, man.
I put a name to him.
It's so interesting to kind of talk about this. The dynamic of the defensive end. Like, a Cam Jordan, like, BS aside, bro, you are a complete DN. You're a sack specialist. You can go get a sack. You can get your nails dirty and stop the run. You're not just a DN that comes in on third down. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of guys or for a lot of fans, can you paint that out to what's the different tiers of DN?
I mean, for old people that like love the game, like, man, LT was an edge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, LT is a premier edge from the Giants. We get it. But he couldn't put his hand in dirt and split a double team. He couldn't go on the inside of a tackle. He couldn't go between a guard. That's not his life. He's a wide nine, plays with tight ends, may rush around one of those fat people called a tackle. Like,
Oh, my goodness.
Like, there's difference. Now, when you say, like, complete defensive end, I grew up idolizing Chris Dolman. I looked at the freak and was like, hell yeah, but that's an edge. I was like, he's too skinny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been a sizist my whole life. I look at him like, who looks like me? With John Randall. He's a D tackle. I don't want to be that. Reggie White, complete defensive end. Like, he's gonna be a dog forever. You can put him anywhere. I was like, I want to be that. I looked at guys like Chris Dolman for the Minnesota Vikings, and I was like, that's who I want to be like.
Yeah.
I've never wanted to be a quarterback. I've never wanted to be a wide receiver. I've never wanted to be a tight end for damn sure. My dad was a tight end. He did it already.
Yeah.
A look at the Jordan legacy, 13 years, 6-time Pro Bowler, Steve Jordan, check, Minnesota Vikings, one team. Cam Jordan, 8-time Pro Bowler, New Orleans Saints defensive end. I want to be the best at what I am, all pro, et cetera, for the New Orleans Saints because it's just the loyalty. The Saints would have to cut me, but that's just it. I wanted to be a complete defensive end. I didn't want to be a specialized, just an edge guy or specialized, he's just a third down guy. Whatever that is, y'all can keep that shit. Give me every down. In fact, give me fourth down too when it's fourth and short and you got Jalen Hurts with the tush push. Yeah. Put me wherever. I like that. If you want to come see me, come see me.
Come see me.
And but now guys are specialized. You don't really get that a lot. Yeah. You got guys that run around the hoop. They run a high hoop. If you look at today's game, there's going to be dogs out there. But my guy Trey Henderson, TJ Watt, you look at guys that go across a high hoop or come back. That's amazing to see with their talent set.
For sure.
But that's an edge. You look at D-tackle. To look at a true defensive end, there's like 3 left. Myles Garrett being one of them. Max Crosby's another one, and then there's probably one of these young pups I'm gonna have to take a look at.
Mad Max. Hey, that's our time. But check this out before we leave.
Hold on, before we get out of here.
Hold on. I gotta get this.
You gotta get this on Snap. Can y'all follow instructions?
Here we go.
No. Can y'all follow instructions?
Here we
Man,
go.
Boo, you gotta give them the instructions. Jump in. Come on. We're gonna do the simple.
Here we go. So when I say one finger,
all right.
one thumb. When I say all together, we're gonna say what? One love.
Say it again on the mic. They ain't hear you, bud.
When I say all together, we're gonna say what? One love. Hands out. Everybody hands out. Everybody hands out.
Yo.
Everybody hands out. One finger. One pinky. One thumb.